Hey girl, so I'm coming at you with a quick video on 3 ways how to calm down when you are stressed the out. Listen, we've been in a pandemic for a whole year, like literally over 365 days to be exact. And I personally have had enough. It's too much. I'm ready for it to go away, but I don't know when it's going to end. And that alone induces my stress. So when we got to maybe the second or third month of this thing, I had to be real with myself and realize my limitations as it was when it came to dealing with stress. First of all, acknowledging that I do be stressed out. Okay, that's number one. But then realizing that, hey, some of these stresses I might be able to deal with, I might be able to control or just stop these things and they'll go away. But there's a lot of this I can't quite undo on my own. So this video, real quick, real short, real sweet, 3 ways on how to calm down when you are stressed TF out. I'm going to go over the 3 things real quick, but I have written a full blog post about this on my blog, www.resonancesis.com. If you are someone who prefers to read things and not watch or listen, girl, I got you covered. Go there, click on blog. I think it will be the first blog post that you see, okay? But for those of y'all who like videos and don't mind, just hanging out with me for a spell, here are 3 easy techniques to help you quickly navigate stressful, non-life-threatening encounters, okay? And the reason I said this is because, I am not a therapist. I am not a mental health professional. Girl, I don't know your life, all right? And if you are dealing with something that requires more than these steps or these techniques, please go do what you got to do. If you need to go call your therapist or find a therapist or, go to the hospital, do those things, all right? But for just day-to-day basic non-life-threatening things, here's some things you can do. Number 1, remind yourself that stress is temporary. Sometimes when we are in the middle of a stressful situation, it feels like that thing is all-consuming, like it ain't gonna never end, like we are never going to see the end of said thing or incident or event, right? I know how that feels, and it's just like, oh my God, when is this going to be over? First of all, why it happened, and then why we still in it, okay? I.e., the pandemic. Who got time? But we have to remind ourselves that this is temporary. It will pass eventually. Release the need to know when it will end. Now, for me, that's a big one. I'm a person who does well with expiration dates, deadlines, end dates. Give me some type of finish line, even if it's not concrete, even if it's not the exact date that is going to be over. It gives me a mental framework of, okay, I know I could do these things in this amount of time, or even though this is stressful, I know it'll be over, around this time, and I can kind of get back to my regular life, or I can start doing something else, right? Well, I'm gonna just use the pandemic for another example. We don't know when we don't know when she gonna end, okay? And that alone is people who deal with stress and deal with anxiety on edge. Yeah, because when, why, how, it's always the five W's: who, what, when, where, why, and also how, because why, okay? Without having that in place, or just having some type of idea of when things can come to an end or we can move on to the next thing, that makes me nervous. It makes me anxious, and it makes me, I get on edge, all right? But because we've been in this thing for over a year, I have to remind myself that I don't always need to know the outcome. I don't always need to know the end date. And I have to actively work on releasing the need to just have to know shit. You know what I'm saying? Girl, you ain't got to know that. Focus on just today as it is. Tomorrow can take care of itself. The next moment can take care of itself. Focus on right now. If focusing on the day is too much, focus on the moment. Focus on the moment and go to the next one, and go to the next one. And I do realize that is much easier said than done. However, when you practice that with fidelity, you practice that with intention, things start to get a little bit easier for you, okay? At least for me, all right? I'm just telling you what worked for me. Be honest with yourself. Number 2, be honest with yourself about your feelings. So, a lot of women, a lot of Black women in particular, we have these complexes that really are not our own. They ain't got nothing to do with us, but just, you know, society, community, and stuff like that put it on us. But that we have to be so, you know, so strong, and, you know, gotta be the superwoman, you gotta be the super mom, and you gotta be, you know, all these things for all these people, and blah, blah, blah. Girl, forget all that. I'm still, you know, determined if I'm gonna be cussing for real on this channel. Anyway, girl, forget all that, because what you are doing is you're creating a volatile situation for yourself. It also puts you in a box to where you cannot express yourself, and you cannot say, hey, I'm struggling. Hey, I'm stressed out. Hey, I'm anxious as hell. Hey, I need some help. So being honest with yourself about your feelings is one of the things that can really just help you identify what's going on, and maybe, okay, now we can talk about how we can get through this mug, okay? Even though the moment's temporary, you're still allowed to acknowledge the stress that you feel. So just because, you know, we are going to be working on releasing the need to know when said thing is going to be over, it doesn't mean that you can't say, well, okay, that's not what I'm working on. At the same time, I am stressed. You can voice your opinions. You can voice the way that you feel. Something else that helps me is, you know, I have a trusted circle of friends, of loved ones, and when I'm, you know, in the thick of it, hey, girl, you know, I'm dealing with this, or hey, girl, I'm struggling with this, or, you know, really my personal MO is sometimes I fall off the face of the earth, and my people are like, girl, where you at? So, you know, I have to be mindful about that. If they check in, hey, you know, just dealing with such and such and such, I'm processing, I'll be back tomorrow, I'll be back in a couple days or whatever. Just, you know, pray for me, whatever it is like that, okay? And that's what I've had to do, because I just kind of developed this complex and this, I don't know, this identity that just made me believe that I just had to like suffer by myself. You know what I'm saying? But when I got like genuine relationships and genuine friendships, I actually had some people, you know, that love me tell me, hey, girl, you ain't gotta do this by yourself. Hey, girl, it kind of hurt my feelings. You know, it made me worry about you when you don't say something. It hurts my feelings when you don't say anything. And I didn't take it as, you know, just them being insensitive, but more so them saying like, hey, I'm here to help you. I'm here to listen. I'm here to be a shoulder if that's what you need. Girl, say something. This friendship works both ways. So being honest with myself is definitely something that's helpful. It also allows for me to use my voice and just kind of, you know, reach out to the people around me, like, hey, girl, you know, I need some help, or hey, girl, you know, I might be gone for a few days, a week or so, because I'm dealing with this, but, you know, I'll be back. That kind of thing. Just throwing out the back signal. Let those people send in good vibes. Let those people send in prayers. Let those people, you know, actually do something for you if you need it done. If somebody could come over and cook dinner for you, girl, let them do it. Let them do it. If your best friend want to come over and clean up your house, unlock the door and let her come in. Okay? If, you know, somebody need to go pick up your kids from school, let them get the help that you need. But people don't know how to help you if you don't use your voice to say, I need help and this is how. Can you do this? Okay? Last but not least, breathe. So I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those people, now granted this was way before, you know, I had a child of my own. But I was one of those people who would like look at those, you know, videos, Lamar's videos and stuff like that, and just, you know, think these people are stupid. Why they telling these women to breathe? Breathe? What? She wants the baby out of her. Why you want her to breathe? Then I had a baby and I said, oh, I understand. But I still didn't use that knowledge past that moment, right? It was just like, okay, the baby gone now, whatever. And breathing is something that we kind of take for granted because, hello, if you're not breathing, you're dead, right? But since I have started therapy almost a year ago, and I've been a lot more intentional and a lot more mindful, and also because I meditate on a regular basis now, I have discovered that breathing, oh my God, it's like, I mean, it's, of course it's life or death, right? But it's also like life or death in the moment too. Breathing, just deep, intentional belly breaths. Y'all, it may not make the situation go away, but it helps you to calm yourself down in a situation so that you won't make any rash decisions, so you won't make the situation worse, so you won't lose yourself in a temporary ass moment. Yo, like, I don't even know the best way that I can truly describe the power of breath work to you, other than you just have to do it. And it may feel weird and just, you know, seem out of place when you first start it, but if you can just focus on just deep inhales and exhales, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and then focus on your breath as it is going in your nose and coming out your mouth, girl. And just do it every day. Just do it every day. Do it for maybe 2 minutes. Start out small and just build up your momentum, build up your stamina, the clarity, the peace of mind, the settling of your heart, of your troubles, your anxiety. My God, like I said, it doesn't necessarily take the thing that is stressing you out or making you anxious or even depressed away, but it does do a phenomenal job of helping you just to deal with it and to get through it. You understand what I'm saying? You talking about a life hack for your girl, okay? On your inhale, imagine yourself surrounded by a white light. This is one of my favorite, you know, just quick little things to do, like when I'm, you know, in the middle of something. Inhale and imagine yourself just surrounded by a white light. You know what I'm saying? And then on your exhale, imagine yourself surrounded by warmth. This is just a shielding technique, a protection technique that can just really, really give you shielding and protection in the moment when you need it, okay? And those are just some things that I do to help me deal with stress when I am over the moon stressed out, okay? Those are my top 3 tips. You know, I got a few more, but those are the ones that I really, really go to the most. If you like this video, I could definitely do a follow-up for maybe 3 more tips to help calm you down when you're stressed the hell out. Other than that, let me know what you do. I'm interested. I'm open to learn and to try tips that work for other people to see if they work for me too. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I put this in blog post form on my blog, residentsis.com. Go to residentsis.com, click on blog, and then you will see all of my blog posts. Let me calm down, because clearly, you know, but it is titled 3 Ways to Calm Down When You're Stressed the F Out. Get you some tips. I hope this helps, and I can't wait to see you soon. Bye, girl.